Now, complete high school football coverage. This is 10 Sports First and 10. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Welcome to the big show, everybody. Tonight has the feel of when we were all very much younger. Everyone in jerseys, let's call them little giants. You'll never get anywhere treating your helmet like a lunchbox. Meantime, our own Allie Graham is at the controls tonight. She is keeping the website on lock, so check it out for all your football needs. Which brings us to an early season look at two teams that will likely be competing for titles in Class 1 and Class 2. They are not little, but smaller giants that have big-time programs. 10 Sports' Brooke Leonard is literally a celebrity in Galax, where she traveled tonight to take in the Bobcats and the Maroon Tide in a battle of undefeated teams.
The history of this matchup dating back to 1921, with Radford winning the majority of the contest, but it's been Galax who's been the victor 6 of the last 7 games. Galax firing first, Mr. Dependable Tidron Tucker getting the first down, setting the Tide up for this. O-line blocking this one well. Galax goes up 7-0. Next possession, Radford's Landon Clark dropping back, throws it just in time into the arms of Parker Prelude. We have a tied ball game. Later, not only can he throw, he can catch. Clark with 2 interceptions tonight. This one leading to a chance to score again. Clark with a pretty toss to TJ Arsby. It's 21-7 Radford. All the scoring happening in the second quarter, and the Bobcat defense holding strong, swarming on the stop. Radford with the big win tonight, 28-7 over Galax.
We're really starting to utilize our other weapons and our line. It helps when you have time to develop. Like when I have time back there and make a read, I have 4 people I can hit, and all of them can catch and run, so that helps out a lot.
We put in the work in the offseason. We lifted a lot. We worked together, ran routes, and I feel as if we all just work together, block for each other, and I feel my quarterback can get me the ball, and I just get in the end zone for him.
Proud of my kids. That's a tremendous ball club we just beat. They're so well coached. They're so fundamental. They're physical. Just proud of our guys because we shot ourselves in the foot early, but we kept our poise and continued to play and do the things we need to do in our systems and just really bowed our necks defensively. So I was proud of our guys.
The tests continue for Radford, who are trying to prove that they are a team you should not mess with. They will take on Christiansburg next Friday. In Galax for the Game of the Week, I'm Brooke Leonard, 10 Sports.
All right, thanks, Brooke. To another Class 2 power with a brutal early schedule. Glenver got on track last week by taking out undefeated Cave Spring. Tonight, it was Hidden Valley. Could they get it done? Here we go. Opening Highlanders drive. Quarterback Brody Dawyatt connecting with Jackson Swanson, and he does the rest. Sideline, see you to the house. Glenver with an early 7-0 lead in the patriotic student section was loving it. Home team capitalizing second drive as well. Dawyatt going deep. It's Gabe Ford in stride. Pretty connection right there. Ford cashes in, and the Highlanders are up 14-0. After a Glenver field goal, the Titans are going to respond. Ryan Feddison to Jaden LaTempa, splitting a couple of defenders. Dare I say he might be a rolling ball of butcher knives. He's going to get into the house. But from there, it was pretty much all Glenver as they moved to 2-2, 52-14. How about we check in on Auburn at Eastmont this evening? Eastmont early on with an option pitch coming here, and the ball was loose, and Isaiah Keith of the Eagles scoop, scamper, and score with everyone on the sideline creeping out to have a look. There's the celebration. The Mustangs, though, would settle down. It's quarterback Gabe Akers bringing it to the corner. Watch the dive and thrive over that pylon. We've got a 7-all game. More Mustang, more Akers, and more runs to the corner. He's going far side, and that one a power plunge. And Eastmont gets the victory tonight. How about 20-13? Cave Spring back on the winning track. They take down Allegheny 34-7, and George Wythe outscores Carroll County 55-32. Meantime, the Buffs looking to go to 3-1. They did just that in shutout fashion for Coach Winford Beal's club. Staying with that Class 2 playoff theme, Martinsville traveled into North Carolina and got the dub in our Game of the Week last week. Tonight, they're hosting Dan Rivers, so let's get you out for a look at the Wildcats coming in. And Rashawn Dickerson complete to Isavius Martin, and this will wind up being a 52-yard throw and catch as he is weaving through the defense and into the zone for a 7-0 Martinsville lead. Jamal Jones from 4 yards out. That is a power plunge. It was 14-0 Martinsville. Hold on. Dan Rivers got Jaden Hayes, giving it to Owen McMillan. Now we've got a 14-7 game. That is a big power plunge of his own. A few plays later, though, defense often sets the tone. Watch the nice completion, Jaden Haynes to Shamar Ferguson. But look at the hit by P.J. Gravely right there. And that is an out of my kitchen. I'm cooking mama's chili if I ever saw one. Martinsville got 6 rushing touchdowns from Jamal Jones, 50-27, your final. Meantime, Amelia County over Alta Vista tonight, and William Campbell Falls at Central. Lunenburg, how about Chatham by 2, 21-19, your final. I should have gone to summer school. At the annual Mayor's Cup Clash, we'll see if the Colonels or the Patriots got the better grade. In Daleville, could the Cavaliers continue to pass these AP exam-like tests? And in Salem, would the Spartans continue to be honor students on the gridiron? Plus this. And Lord Botetourt's band getting ready for that big William Fleming competition tomorrow. Should be a good one. Meantime, Magna Vista at Franklin County. And how about Eli Fouts giving it to Jalen Lee? I think we know who he is, reigning first and 10 player of the year. 7-0 more Eagles. And we get a look at Mr. Fouts, little bootleg. He'll keep it himself. 14-0 over visiting Magna Vista. Little check on Caleb Lynch. He's going to roll, desire, and fire. But Fouts, he can do it all, including play defense with the pick right there. More Magna Vista trying to get something going. Going deep to Joel and Schofield here. But Nasser Holland is there for yet another pick. All Franklin County tonight, 40-0. Eric, Franklin County, like William Fleming, has not had a minute to breathe in these first couple of weeks. Every test has been a good one. So the question I pose tonight, is it going to pay dividends for teams like the Colonels?
Of course you hope, right? But William Fleming, their schedule, it's not an easy one. And it didn't get any easier tonight with rival Patrick Henry. The Patriots, a team loaded with talent, but it's like trying to find the right key to the car to see which one works. We had an early start in this one. An early bird special, 5 p.m. kick that was. Both defenses playing nasty earlier. Look at Max Roberson, the tackle for loss to end the first quarter. Second quarter, Patriots go Wildcats. Sid the kid. It's Sidney Webb.
Oh, I remember him.
Indeed. Follows his blocks, gets to the promised land. It's a 7-0 halftime lead. Patriots open the second half with a 28-yard field goal. He's only 5'7", but he had a leg from heaven right here.
Look at that.
Sam Dowdy.
All right,
10-0 PH. Fleming responds with the long drive, capped off by the 1-yard touchdown run. Devin, my favorite cousin Johnson. It's 10-7, but PH responded by saying, JK, not just kidding.
Okay.
Jose Kimbrough, no laughing matter. 3 second-half touchdowns, 28-yard trot there. Look at the snag on 4th and goal right here as PH wins the Noel C. Taylor Classic 31-7.
I had to step up for the W, you know what I'm saying? Had to do anything to win, win the game. They called me a while back, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we had to get that win. It was dirty fight, but we had to get that.
Yeah, it's definitely a key game because you know it's always going to be a tough, emotional game, and you know both sides are going to play hard, and so anytime you can win a rivalry game, it's important.
They got a lot of versatile guys that can get back there in the backfield and carry the ball. They got multiple quarterbacks who can throw it and run it as well, so we knew that they could give us problems with just the versatility they could show on offense.
You heard Coach Lovelace mention it there, right? It's never a question of if it'll happen. It's just a matter of who and when it will happen for PH's offense. They had a lot of guys that were playing different positions tonight due to injuries. So, of course, we'll see how that plays out after Fleming still in search of that first win of the season.
PH, a lot like Lord Botetourt, lost that first one, and now they are rolling. Botetourt coming off that snapping of the Riverheads win streak at 52. Cavaliers looking at another perennial power, Appomattox.
Power of one.
Power of one, 05 titles in 6 years before falling in the semis last year. So let's get a look at how that one went down. Coach Harless and company looking to avenge a loss to this team last year, but up early, Grayson Peterson, nice play action to Alex Caruso. Big game. Peterson keeping it himself here. Rambling into the Cavs territory. This would set up a field goal, 3-0 lead. LB's going to respond, shotgun handoff. Zion Woody off to the races. He's got the sideline, and he nearly scores right here, gets pushed out. So we'll move to the second quarter. Coming the other way, Jakari nicely rolls and connects with Kendall Howard. And the big fella rolls in for the touchdown pass. Now, Lord Botetourt's defense, this game could have changed on a 4th down in the red zone, but Lord Botetourt's defense held right before the half. Wow. The big fella right there. Keshawn Anderson getting it done and celebrating, and nicely went for a 49-yard touchdown in LB's first drive of the second half. 35-3 is your final. Lord Botetourt victorious. How about Northside at Salem tonight? Salem going for the home win, and here we go. We had a shark in the house. Second half kickoff, Peyton Lewis running like Jamal Lewis. I remember him. 90 yards for the score, 28-7 lead. Lewis would not be done. Yeah, ring that bell. He takes the pitch, makes a cut, and he is in from 26 yards out, 34-7. Salem rolling. Northside going to find some momentum on the ground. Angel Rigney the option to Solomon Alexis. 70 yards later, he would score, but not enough of that tonight for the Vikings. Salem prevails 55-14. How about Bassett at William Byrd? Couple of interesting teams here tonight. Big crowd at the home of the Terriers. Bassett's quarterback, we know how good he is, Jerikas Hairston. But here he would be picked by Wyatt Bailey, have to be hauled down from behind by Elijah Stokes. That's going to set Byrd up. Israel Hairston rolls and finds John Kiker right here. He's open. There it is. We've got a touchdown and a 13-7 Byrd lead. But Bassett coming back at you, going to retake the lead. Hairston going deep. We'll find the receiver. Don't worry. We'll find the receiver. Braxton LeDuc Maddox is there. He catches the ball. Little shake, rattle, and roll. He's in the end zone. Bassett, 42-21. Stanton River, 49-14 over Tunstall tonight. So the Golden Eagles with a big win. Who's Spike's lead blocker? The Icebox. We'll see if it would be the Pioneers or the Hilltoppers put into a deep freeze in this year's Jug Bowl, and all that and more when we come back. Seminole District Showdown, the Brookville Bees at JF. Always a great atmosphere in Forest, but Brookville's quarterback Drake McDaniel keeping it, powering in. We've got a 7-0 game. Cavaliers struggling early on offense. We've got a fumble right there. Micah Penix would recover this, so more Bees. Are you ready for McDaniel? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we've got a terse reverse. Call a nurse because he's coming back this way, and the defense is hemorrhaging as he's in the red zone. More Bees. Michael Vire to the corner and a touchdown. Some sweet nothings afterwards. These two teams love each other. No, I love you. No, you love me. Okay. JF right here with a key stop. Got the ball back, and then Alexander Marsteller would scamper in for a touchdown to make it 14-6. But this one pretty much all Bees. How about 49-27, your final in this one? Eric, seems like all of the Seminole District is rolling. We've got undefeated versus power versus undefeated, including a very important game tonight for the job.
And the best thing about it, you can throw all the things in the past away because it's a rivalry game, and you never know what to expect, right? Yep. You know it's going to be a good one, which it certainly was out in the Hill City tonight as we take a look at these two teams go at it. EC Glass at Heritage, first quarter action inside the 30. Jasir Bateman finds Tavion Clark. Hilltoppers tacklers are right there, and it's a fumble recovered by Lavarius Gilbert. We go to the second quarter. It's still a scoreless game. How about George White? The great quarterback is going to drop back, running right, looking down to the end zone, launches this one. Looks like he drops it in the breadbasket, but it's the wrong player. Picked off by Marcus White. Perhaps they're not family members, but near the end of the half here, Heritage trying to score. Bateman drops back, looking up the middle, finds Tavion Clark going on the break. A tackle, punches it in for 6. On the extra point, it's blocked, but it wouldn't matter. Heritage goes on to get to 12-0 victory over Glass. Another battle of undefeated teams. Rustburg taking on LCA. End of the first half. Rustburg down 35-0 when Michael Knight throws a bomb down the field to Amonte Thornton, bringing the Red Devils down to the 3 on the snap. Knight hands it off, but in the process, it's fumbled by Weston Woodward. Red Devils denied the 6 there, starting the second half. Rustburg's ball when Knight is going to unload to his right, and this ball is going to be intercepted by Jaden Skates. He puts on his skates. He goes all the way to the house. LCA up 42-0. Caleb Davison punched in a late touchdown as LCA gets the 56-6 victory. Other scores tonight: Amherst County over Liberty. Roanoke Catholic comes up short to Fredericksburg Christian 44-8.
Thank you very much, Eric. Meantime, Giles by 2 tonight. Perry McClure rolls Mountain View. Craig County falls by a single score to Montcalm. And James River with another victory. 17-7 your final. How about Stanton over Rockbridge, 38-21. That's going to do it for another week. 'Twas a fine show indeed. Stay tuned for 10 Sports for your complete local sports coverage. We'll see you next week.